Hey guys, it's Kelly. Hey, I did a happy page tonight and I challenged myself, so I thought I would record it as I go and I'll share it with you. So I wanted to use my water crayons and I wanted to challenge myself because I do not know how to draw. I've never taken any kind of classes or art classes or anything like that whatsoever. I just slap it down and do what I like, but I wanted to challenge myself to hand draw something, and I thought, well, go with flowers because they're pretty easy. So I just wanted a happy page. I had a great day, and I went with flowers. And the paper that I'm using is watercolor paper, and I gessoed it first. So just a real light coating of gesso with a credit card, and smeared it on and kept it nice and smooth because I didn't want the texture in the background. I wanted some texture on the top. So I just slapped some color down that I like and messed with the different paint brushes because I don't know. I mean, I'm very new to watercolors, crayons. I don't really know. I'm just learning how to use them. So yeah, I'm just adding some water and blending the colors together until I get what I like. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of challenge myself to, for one, learn how to use my watercolor crayons a little bit better because I really love the way that they blend so well. I really love it, and I also wanted to, again, just challenge myself to draw something freehand on an art journal page and just to go with it, and I did. So, and I'm quite pleased with how it turned out, all things considered, since I don't know what the heck I'm doing with watercolors. And I don't know how to do shading, and I mean, people have gone to classes and learned how to shade. I really don't know how to do all that. I think this turned out pretty well, but I mean, you know, I just go off of things that I've seen and things that I think will look nice. So whether it's right or not, I really have no idea. But I like it, and it's my art journal page, and I went with it. So I found that your paintbrushes that you use are very important. Because I've got some pretty crappy paintbrushes, and I got some really nice ones that my friend Carrie had bought for me. So, and I love the paintbrushes that she got for me. So buying good paintbrushes is worth the money, I think. So here I'm just adding some water and getting my yellow color spread out in my flower petals. And then I had some red and some orange on the outside of each one, making it a little bit darker here and there, and just playing with it because I don't know how to do it, figuring it out as I go. So, and that is an angled brush, and that one worked a lot better for doing the outsides of those petals for me. So, and then, you know, I'm finding that, you know, the obvious that, you know, the less water, the more saturated the color, the more water, the more muted it is. But, so I was messing with it, and that's some dark brown because I wanted the inside to be nice and dark. Kind of blotted it so that it would kind of look like the inside of maybe, you know, a daisy, sunflower. Hopefully you guys can hear me because my volume on here just seems to be really, really low for some reason. I don't know how to adjust it or fix it, but I'm recording the same way as I always have, so hopefully you can hear me. But so there, I just wanted some more shading. I didn't like how it looked like it was, you know, outlined in all red, so I was just adding more color and blending it together, blending the colors together a little bit better. And I keep just messing with it until I get a nice blended color that I like. So, and I just have a small case of Stradler watercolor crayons, and it works out really well for me. I mean, I've seen some really nice crayons that, you know, these ones work out well. I'm just figuring it all out. And here it is again, 2 a.m. in the morning. It's like 2:40. It's almost 3. Oh my gosh. But, you know, it's my time. It's my Friday night, and I got all my stuff done, and did my art journaling thing, and now I'm sharing a page with you guys, so. Hopefully my boys will let me sleep in tomorrow morning, since I don't have to work first thing in the morning. So, I don't know, for you guys that are new to the watercolor crayons, like I am, you know, you just have to slap it down and just try it. But putting the gesso on your paper and using a good solid watercolor paper, I definitely recommend that. I don't think it's going to blend as well if you put it on paper without. Now, I've actually tried that before, and my paper actually started to just kind of disintegrate. And it's really good, thick watercolor paper. But without the gesso, it's a hot mess. So gesso your page first, guys, if you're new. A real light thing of gesso, or, you know, thicker, whatever your preference is. Because if you want that texture, if you leave some texture in your gesso, it's just the color's gonna get trapped in all those little grooves of your gesso. So it would probably look really cool. It's just something I haven't done yet. But for this page, I didn't want that. So still blending with additional colors, and like the dark orange and the red, so that it looks a little more shaded and they blend better together. And then the inside of the flower wasn't quite dark enough, so I added some black, and it was getting better. It was getting better. But I'm liking the flowers better the way they're shaded. So I messed so much with the brown on the inside, and then you're gonna laugh. Oh my gosh, what I wound up using is crazy. And it got everywhere. I can still feel it. There they are, micro beads. That's what I wind up putting in the middle of the flower, and I'm really glad I did it, because it really adds some great interest and some great texture. But oh my god, those things are everywhere. And I just used the Aliens tacky glue. I like the turbo tacky glue from Aliens. I just used that and put a really thick layer and just poured my micro beads, and they flew all over the place. Even though I had my little tray, they still flew everywhere, all over the place. They're crazy, those things. Ugh. But it was perfect. I really loved how it turned out. So, and it was off screen. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place. It was off screen where I just drew on the stems, just a couple stems and a couple little leaves sprouting out from behind the flowers. So with just 2 shades of green, a little bit of water, and blended the colors. So those micro beads are cool, but oh my gosh, guys, what a mess. It doesn't matter what you do or how you do it. It's a mess. They get everywhere, and they're so tiny. So here I am. I just wanted to highlight the flowers a little bit. So I tried using, and I cut it out, I tried using my charcoal pencil, and it did not work well on this. And it must be because it's over watercolor or something. It would not blend well. But the black gelato works excellent. So I just put it around there and smeared it with my finger, and I really like how that highlighted it. It worked out nicely. I love those gelatos, just love them. And you guys, a lot of you already know there, I don't have gelatos, I have the gel sticks, which cost a fraction of the cost. They work exactly the same as the expensive gelatos, so I got them on Amazon, and a big old set for like $7.50 or something, and then I got the metallics as well in a separate pack, so for a fraction of what you pay for the gelatos otherwise. So in here I just wanted to stamp something, and the stamp that there's 2 stamps here, and at first I stamped it straight on and it was totally crooked, so I had to fix it, and I needed some white, I needed some contrast on here anyway, so it worked out nicely. So it just says, days like this make me smile. And it's a happy smiley page. So I just stamped, I wound up to cover up what I stamped on my page already. I just stamped it on some plain old white copy paper and tore it out and black gelato around the outside and smeared in, and then I just glue it down. I haven't sealed this page yet, and what I think I'll do is I bought this spray-on Mod Podge, I think it is, or it's similar to that. I forget the brand, but I think I'll spray it outside. It's really strong stuff, but I think I'll just spray it and make sure that all of those little micro beads stay in place, even though they're glued down. I think I'll seal it that way before I put the holes in it and add it to my art journal page, my art journal book. So I think that would be the best way to do it, because I don't think I'll get a big hot mess if I seal it with Mod Podge, but I'm not going to risk it. I really like how the page turned out. It's very simple. I didn't overdo it. I just kept it really simple and happy. So, and there's that turbo tacky glue. It's pretty good glue, guys. I like it. If you haven't tried it, you might want to try it. I have the older original Aleene's tacky glue. It's so old though. It's like so thick. It's hard to get out of the darn bottle. So I bought some new stuff. So, and you probably can't tell because it's all sideways, but I stamped it on totally crooked. And it was meant to be because it didn't look right anyway. I had to add some white on the page, so. And then I just used the black gelato to do the edges of the page to finish it off. And there's all kinds of other things, like I was like, gosh, it'd be nice to add little butterflies or little, I'm kind of butterflied out though. I do a lot of those and I do love them. But I was like, nah, I do that too much, so no butterflies. And then I thought it'd be super cute to put a bee in there. But, I just stuck with simple, and less is more for this page. The big flowers are the focal point, and then the middle of them it's really unique and really cool with the texture that I got going there. So I knew when to stop, and I just decided that I wanted to add just some yellow stickles, and very, very little, just enough to have it just sparkle just a little bit. So I just squirted it on there and then just smeared it with my finger over the petals. Only the petals, nowhere else. Then I thought about adding more and said, nope, less is more, Kelly, no one to quit. So there you go. And there's some still pictures of it. And hopefully you can kind of see those micro beads, and they really added a lot. Nice texture. The glue's still wet here, and so are my stickles. But there you go. So I hope you guys like it. Experimenting and learning how to use watercolors. Next, I need to try, I did buy some sparkling, twinkling H2O little paint things. So I'm going to have to give those a whirl here pretty soon. But I hope you guys like it. I like how it turned out. It was so fun and relaxing to do, other than, the micro beads flying all over the place. Other than that, great time. Hope you guys like it, and thank you for watching.